Okay, everybody, we're taking a look through the radicals chapter here. And what we're doing, it says, this is question 1 from this section dealing with the graph here. So we're to refer to the above graph to write the equation of the radical function shown below in the form, and they give the form to you here. Now, the first thing to do here is to try to figure out what the stretches are. Now, to do this, we kind of got to flip to the previous page here and have a look at it. In the graph that you're given right here, the important thing to note is that from the vertex, or not vertex, but the end point here, to the first significant point on the graph where we go through a lattice point on the grid, I have to go 1 unit over and 1 unit up. Now, we're expecting you to know that, to kind of have that memorized, because the diploma writers, when they give you a question, they're going to give you a question like this, and they will identify the end point here, and then they're going to identify, and I know it's probably not really obvious, but they're going to identify the other point. And that point, those 2 points correspond to those first 2 points that we looked at. Now, on the grid here, when I look at this here, to go from this point to this one, I have gone 1 unit over, but I've gone 2 units vertically to get to that point. So something has changed here. Now let's just take a quick look at and think about what's going on here. The original function should have looked something like this. It should have started here and gone across like that. So first of all, what I know is that this thing has been reflected. So I'm going to see a negative out front. Okay, so now I got this thing going down here. Now, because to get from this point to this point, horizontally, I'm only going over 1. What that tells me is there hasn't been a horizontal stretch. But I have to go vertically too, so there has been a vertical stretch by a factor of 2. Okay, square root. There has been no horizontal stretch, because again, that's just 1 unit over, and that's exactly what it was before. But now I got to look at my translations. Now, the nice thing about this particular function here is that the endpoint here starts at 0, 0, the origin. Now, the reason why that's significant is because stretches won't affect it. The stretches and the reflections we're talking about here will not affect that point, because it's on, that is the intersection of the lines of invariance there. So now I can see that this point has been moved 3 units to the left. So in my function, it's going to be x plus 3. And then it's been moved 4 units down. And so that's going to be minus 4 outside the function. And there you go.